Welcome back to Phoenix English classes. Today is 22 April, that is celebrated as the World Earth Day. And with this information about our planet, that is Earth, we are going to start a new topic, that is from writing skill, class 11th and class 12th. Let's try to understand something that we think is very small, but it does a lot for our earth, and that is a small bee that we generally call honeybee. Do you know this honeybee is responsible for 2/3 of the total pollination on this earth? And if we talk about flowering plants, it covers up to 85% of those plants to grow and to give flowers. With this information, we are going to start with our next topic, that is a formal letter writing, letter to the editor. We are going to start with letter to the editor. It is of 6 marks question. The marks distribution is format 1 mark, content 3 marks, and expression 2 marks. In this way you can score 6 marks. And before we start, let's consider what kind of a writing is that we say a letter to the editor. They are the formal letters or formal writings, and being strictly formal, we have to strictly follow the rules, the format and the contents. The use of words is also restricted. You cannot use slangs, you cannot be very informal, you cannot use any kind of word that can exhibit any enjoyment or happiness or an informal thing or very personal thing. Let's index the things, how many items will be there in a letter if we write it to the editor of a newspaper, or it can be to the editor of a magazine. The first item is sender's address. Sender's address means if you are writing the letter to the editor of some newspaper or some magazine, the sender's address will be your address. Then date will come. The date is the date on which the letter is being written. If we are writing it today on 22nd of April, this date will be April 22, 2020. Receiver's address. This receiver address contains at least 3 lines. In the first line, the authority is written, that is already clear. It will be the editor. And then the name of the magazine or the name of the newspaper in which the editor is, and we are writing the letter to him. Then the subject. What is the reason of writing this letter to the editor? That subject will be written after receiver's address. Then a salutation. This will be a total formal salutation. Even a dear is not allowed. Sometimes I have seen such kind of a mistake that is done not only by the students but also by the teachers. They sometimes write dear editor, dear sir, or dear ma'am. That is all wrong. This is strictly prohibited. You cannot write such a salutation like dear. Only sir or madam is sufficient. Sixth part or sixth item is the subject matter itself. It will be divided in at least 3 paragraphs. Don't write more than that. Don't write lesser also. The first paragraph will tell about the introduction. Sometime when you write in personal capacity, you need not write anything about you. But if you are writing as a representative of some institution, at that point you have to introduce yourself in first line. And in the introduction itself, you will also mention why you are writing this letter to the editor. Then the details of the matter. Generally, the details of the matter belongs to such things which are of public interest, which can be a social issue or social problem. Only these are the things we think to write it for the newspaper and we want to address our editor. Third part of this subject matter will be conclusion. What do you expect from the newspaper, or what do you expect from the people who will read your letter if it is being published in the newspaper? So that will be the conclusion. It is expectation, or you can give some suggestion also. Seventh part is complimentary closing. Complimentary closing means thank you, yours sincerely. That is called complimentary closing. It is very much like the application you have already written. And the last point is sender's name and signature. You need not put a signature here. Sender's name will be written, but if you are writing in personal capacity, then only name is sufficient. If you are writing on behalf of some member of some institution, only in that case the designation will also be mentioned here. In this way we can start writing letter to the editor. Now let's try to make a format so that the things should be very much clear, more clear, so that you cannot forget and you can always write a very good letter to the editor. So let's consider this is our paper. You need not draw any line. I am drawing it only to show you a piece of paper. The students write it on the notebook, they write it on the answer sheets also, but actually in letter, if you want to write it for the editor or any application that is to be presented before an authority, in that case there is a strict rule of the size of the paper also. This size is generally A4. A4 means 8.5 into 11 inch. It is a blank sheet, white sheet, and the dimension is 8.5 into 11 inch. That is A4. In Court of Justice, a legal paper is used. The only difference between legal and A4 is the length. It is also 8.5 inches wide, but the length is a bit more, that is 14 inch. That becomes legal. Suppose we are using an A4 sheet that is 8.5 and 11 inch. Then firstly what we are going to do is to divide this whole page. This is our page. We are going to divide it into two parts. The first part will be the left margin about 1 to 1.5 inch. And we don't have to strike this line. If you fold the paper, you will see a virtual line there. This is virtual line, this will not be drawn. These are the things you have to remember. So this is our paper sheet, and we are going to place the first item, that is sender's address. The sender's address is always written left aligned with this margin here. This is sender's address. This is sender's address. After that, date will come. Leave one blank line. This is blank line. Then you will write date, and the date will be written here in any of the format you like. If you want to write D, comma, Y, you can use it. Then a blank line. Blank line means you will not write anything in that line. Then another item, the second item has been come in the form of date. Now the third item, that is receiver's address. Then comes subject. Once again you will follow that very rule. A blank line, then subject. The heading subject will be written, colon, and then the whole subject will be written on the same level but the subject will be underlined and this heading subject will never be underlined. Then comes salutation. Salutation will come after a blank line, that is madam or sir. You need not put a comma here. CBSE has exempted any kind of comma that was previously a part of such kind of formal writing. Then subject matter. Subject matter will start here. Subject matter in 3 paragraphs. After that, these 3 paragraphs you will write complementary closing, that is called, leave a blank space here once again, and complementary closing, thank you or yours sincerely. Complementary closing. And the last part is senders. Leave 2 blank lines. Sender's name. And designation if required. It means designation will be written only in that case when the designation is given the question paper and it is instructed to you to write that designation. Otherwise, you need not write any kind of designation. Your address is written here. Everything is clear in that letter. So this is the whole format of our letter, that is to the editor. And using all these information, we are going to write a model letter. To write a model letter to the editor. This is letter to the editor. We are going to write on this question. You are Joseph or Maria. It means you don't have to mention your own name. The name you are going to write is Joseph or Maria. This is the sender of the letter. A member of an NGO we care, and this sender of the letter will not write the letter in personal capacity but as a member of an NGO whose name is we care. Write a letter to the editor of a national daily for a public movement to clean the Yamuna river. The purpose is very clear. Yamuna river is very much polluted and the letter is being written to the editor to rise a movement, to start a public movement to clean Yamuna river, and you have to describe how the people are to be blamed for polluting the river and suggest the need for installing water treatment plant to clean the river. You have to mention all these things in subject matter, that it is not only necessary that we should start a public movement to clean Yamuna river, but also we will blame the people to pollute the Yamuna river. It is too polluted only because of the negligence of the people. They are to be blamed for its pollution, and you have to give a suggestion. It means the conclusion will be like that. You have to give a suggestion that a water treatment plant should be established to clean Yamuna river. This is the problem. We are going to attempt a letter to the editor here on this topic. Now we are going to write the letter to the editor on the given question. The question is already discussed. See, the first item, that was the sender's address, is written here. The sender's address is 143 JVG Complex, Wazirabad, New Delhi 31. This is sender's address. After that, there is a blank line and date is written, that is of 21st April 2020. We have written the date in a particular format. Then there is another blank line. Then receiver's address. This is receiver's address. This is sender's address. The sender's name was given in the question and we have invented this address. This is the liberty. You can invent all the necessary details that you need to write any kind of letter, that is formal or informal. So three parts are written here. The first is sender's address, the second part is date, then receiver's address, and then comes the fourth point, that is subject. Subject heading will never be underlined, it will be separated with a colon, then the subject is written, that is need of the people's movement to clean the Yamuna river. It was also given in the question. After that, a formal salutation. Salutation, then subject matter. For what the letter is being written. See what we have written. This is written in 3 paragraphs. First, introduction paragraph. Second paragraph gives the detail, description of the matter, and the last, third paragraph is the concluding paragraph. 2 and 3. So that was given in the format also. You have to write the whole letter in 3 parts. That will be 3 paragraphs. First is the introduction. This is introduction paragraph. In introduction, what we are going to write, the formal introduction of yours, because you are not writing in personal capacity, you are writing as a member of a society, that is NGO. Through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, I, Joseph of NGO We Care. This introduction of the writer, the sender, will be written only in the case you are writing as a member of some institution, not in personal capacity. If you are writing the letter to the editor in personal capacity, you cannot write I or your own introduction. Don't ever try to mention all these things if you are not a member of some institution. I, Joseph of NGO We Care, wish to draw people's attention towards the deteriorating condition of the river Yamuna in our society. In first line, what we have done, the first thing is we have given the introduction not only of the sender, because he is writing as a member of a society, and the second thing is the subject matter, why we are writing this letter to the editor. The reason is written here, why I am writing this letter to the editor, because I want to draw the attention of the people towards the deteriorating condition of the river Yamuna in city. The second part, the second paragraph of the content is the description of the problem. The issue is that today, on the eve of the World Earth Day, it is not necessary to come because we are writing such a letter to an editor which is also related, which is also associated to the health of the earth. That's why we are taking this advantage of writing the thing today on the eve of the World Earth Day. The World Earth Day is on 22nd of April and today is 21st. It means we are writing this letter to the editor on the eve of the World Earth Day, and this is the day when we talk of a clean and healthy earth. How can we forget its life nourishing lines that are our rivers? We have given a proper balance to the ideas, describing that we are celebrating such events. We try to save environment, we try to save earth, but on the other hand we are polluting the river, that is the lifelines of the planet as well as of the human beings. We have mentioned all this. The city of Delhi is getting polluted water. The problem has been raised here, the description has been given. The city of Delhi is getting polluted water from the Yamuna. The residents are to be blamed for this. It was also mentioned in the question that you have to show it fairly that for the pollution in the river Yamuna is not a thing for which the people are not responsible. It is the people, it is the resident of New Delhi who are responsible for this contamination and for this pollution. So the residents are to be blamed for it. They pollute the river. We are giving more details. How do they pollute the river? They pollute the river with fill, garbage and chemicals. They are the three major ways in which they are polluting the river. It makes the water contaminated and polluted. and as a result of all these things to be thrown away into the river is getting contaminated as well as polluted. There has been a demand of water treatment plant for long, but the authorities have not yet responded to the request of the people. It is not only the people, it is not only the residents who are responsible for all these things, but the demand of the people, those who are aware, they have made a demand repeatedly for many times, but it has never been heeded by the authorities, which they should have done. Now in the third paragraph, we are concluding the idea with the demand or with the suggestion of the remedy. I request you to highlight the problem in your newspaper and arouse public interest. We all need to get together in order to get the plant set up in the area. If you look attentively, you will find that this concluding line was also mentioned in the question itself, that you have to raise a movement, a public movement is to be raised in order to get all those remedy, and a water treatment plant is also needed there. You had to mention, and you have mentioned it in the concluding paragraph. Then there is a formal close or formal ending, that is thank you and yours sincerely. Then the name of the sender will be written, and because the sender is not only an individual, he is the member of a society, that's why we are writing Joseph, then the member of we care, but we never write the preposition of here. You will write member, then the name of the institution. If the man is writing this letter to the editor in personal capacity, then this part will not be written. Your letter will end here at the name of the sender. I think now the format is very clear to all of you, because there is not too much of a space to write all the things on the board. That's why it may be the problem with the video, that you cannot see clearly what is written on the board, and that is not an issue. You have to take care of what is written in what sequence and how they are put in a letter, in a formal letter. That is the point you have to see here. For the contents, you need not worry about it. The whole content is also written in the description given below. If you want this content to be copied in your notebook, you can do it. Click the description below this video and you will find it, and you can easily make notes of it. I think now this is enough for today, and in next class we will start on some new topic, that is either from class 11th or from class 12th. And this topic that we have taken today, it is important for both the classes, class 11th and class 12th. With this, we end up this video here.